What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? Welcome to another episode of the Redeployment Podcast.
What's happening?
Thank you for pulling up. What's up with your hustle? How you been, man?
Chilling, man. How you doing, man? How you been, man? How was your
Man,
week, man?
I've been out here, bro. I don't mean in a bad way, in a good way. Uh, we talked a couple weeks ago with the Pastor Dave, and we talked about like these side missions and stuff, bro. Bro, I've been side missioning it up, bro.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
So let me see if I can find it real quick.
What you got going on, man? Let me see.
I know you seen the gram, bro. So
Yeah.
the other day I was able to bless the students and sub like I always do. I mean, I love sub. Subbing is you could be it. It's kind of like babysitting your favorite niece and nephew. You get them over,
bro.
you hug them, you play. You can do the stuff that the main teacher really can't do. You can kind of talk to them a little bit different, right? But then when you leave, you just dip. You just get up out of there and it's over with. Yeah. Well, man, I was able to do that plus more.
Okay.
Because I was able to sub. I subbed in the regular class. It was a social studies, right?
Okay.
And I like this because the principal came to me and was like, "Hey, the kids going to electives, so your class is basically done. Are you done for the day, or can we get you to cover anything else?" I said, "Man, you know me. I'm with y'all, bro.
Right.
Whatever you need." So then this man brought me down to class. Oh, wait. He brought me to class, to this room. And Lord and behold, if it wasn't a freaking bad class. Bro,
Hey, that's what I'm talking about.
Bro, unhinged, bro. Bro, my chest was on the ceiling for the rest of the day.
I
you
bet.
Couldn't tell me nothing.
like
normally, if you got a sub for any kind of those special classes, man, they're gonna hit you with a worksheet, do some notes. Man, I looked at one of them students. Come here. I think her name was Emily. Come here, Emily.
I
said, so what do y'all normally do when y'all come in here?
Right.
She's like, oh yeah, we get our instruments, we sit down, we do warm-ups, and then we do scales, and then we do these two songs. I was like, everybody get your instruments. Let's go.
Oh boy.
They really thought, and some of them left my other class, and they was like, wait, it's you in over here too?
Right.
I was like, yup, and get your instrument. We going live. Bro.
You said we
So
going
yeah, man,
live.
I've been taking every opportunity to just go, man. Any opportunity is an opportunity for me. I just been taking it in stride, man. What about you, man? How you been?
Chilling, man. Chilling, just moving along, man. Just pushing. I did some graphics and stuff for a local pizza shop downtown.
Okay.
And just hanging out, man. Just trying to work on what we got going on.
Yep. We got the wait, what
talking about the we elevated, elevated.
We got the elevated audio coming soon. Almost
coming
there.
soon. Yeah, we definitely. I'm 2 steps closer to getting the state out, and we done, man. We in there. I'm just so ready to just like every day I wake up, I'm just so focused on that, man. It's just it's a blessing, man, and I'm just fortunate and happy to be able to be doing this. Like I had told our landlord, I told him like, I just been wanting to do this all my life.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
It's something different for me, and then it's crazy. On top of that, guess what happened?
What happened, bro?
Wifey sent me a listing, and I was like, let me just try it out for a major dealership for to be a used car buyer.
Oh, for real?
That's a hundred to 150 a year.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
So I put in for it, and I got a call back. I got an answer back. So I sent, what's the name? I sent I sent my resume and all that stuff
Yeah, yeah,
over, and
yeah.
I sent the thing back in. So now I'm just waiting on that too, just to see what's going on with that, because I do know somebody in the industry that does both. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? That you know what I'm saying? It's, and then we just get it in. You know what I'm saying? Like that like we could. I'm just ready to do both. You know what I'm saying? So I'm
Mm-hmm.
fortunate that popped off. You know what I mean? I'm just, yeah, just happy things is falling, man. Just trying to stay focused, man, and just keep it pushing, bro.
Hey man, well
Things
you
is
know
happening.
we out here with it, so you ain't gotta worry. We came this far, man. We ain't turning back now, bro.
Most definitely, most of course. Hey,
We we
that ain't
we
even in the
out here.
that ain't even in
Woo!
the
Oh,
question.
that joint is so it's so it's so relieving, really, when you
Yeah,
think about it. Like how far we done came, even from the initial conversations about doing
facts,
partnerships together to the
facts.
part where we're here to the
Yeah,
part where
it's
we
in
got the
motion.
signs on the door, we got the
Yeah.
keys. Now every day I leave the house, the keys is right there. Tap the keys one time. You know what I'm saying? Ah, you know
Facts.
what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
already,
And then
already.
on the other hand, I got people waiting kind of in line. Now we
Yeah,
gonna see when stuff rolls, will they still be there? But
right.
I believe in my heart, they trust, we got something going. So when we get some cars in there and oh, got some cars, man. What you got, man?
I
I
did.
got this going on. But credit this, credit that. And I'm like, come on down, man. I'm gonna take care of you. You know what I mean?
Got you.
So,
Got you. Just
so
bring
I,
you some money.
I I can't
Just
wait. It's
right.
all about having that opportunity, having that platform where you can help others, man. And I think
Facts.
that's really how this game go, man. For real.
Hmm.
If
Most definitely.
stay a long time, they stay a long time because they helping out. Because
Right.
when we talk about God, man, God give you more if He know you pouring it out. You feel
That's
me?
right.
So
That's right.
we
When
want to
you're not
stay with
thinking
that.
about yourself, man, more
Yep,
things come to you. When you're not thinking about yourself and really
for
doing
sure.
something for a good purpose, for a right purpose. Because I know so many people that need vehicles, and just like you and and I'm gonna just touch on this for a second, and then we're gonna
Yeah,
push on. But I know so many people, and this is one of the reasons why we're doing this. I know people, Jax know people, so many people that try to do the right thing, try to get on the right track, and they just can't because of whatever situations in the past may be. They just not getting the help the help these days, and they don't have the trust these days, like from people that's willing to help them or people in a position to help them. And
yep,
that's what we aim to do. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to be in a position to help everybody. Bad credit, good credit, it doesn't matter. Even if you got good credit, you just want to buy a car and you don't want to pay the exorbitant amount of inflation prices that's being offered right now for things. Like, man, you come to us, man, and we got you. Like, we definitely got. We're not in it to skin your bones, man. We in it to
nah,
help you out, make sure you on the right track. You know what I mean? Make sure
yep.
you're
So
and get the
everybody check it out right here. This what we got coming. Of Elevated Audio Group. You know what I'm saying? We finance good credit, bad credit, buy here, pay here. And we some good guys. We not putting no junk on the yard. We gonna have people there. Even if something do kind of go left, we got people to work on it and get you right. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
we got a very extensive, say mechanic program and warranty program that we getting ready to be able to offer. I got a couple different we got a couple different companies and everything that we got offer warranties for you and everything, man. Bumper to bumper. So
Yes, sir. And today's sponsor, we got Dubby Energy. Go ahead and tell them
okay.
about Dubs.
Debbie Energy. I actually got to get me another can. They got some new stuff out. They got brand new flavors out right now. they have a subscription now where you can like $30 a month. You get
Uh-huh.
a month, maybe even two, full of energy shipped to you, and it's not the poison stuff. And I say that because that all that taurine and all that other crap is poison. It's bad. You know what I'm saying? We
Yep.
focused on is the natural coffee bean extract is the only thing that's in W that is a stimulant. You might as well say.
Yeah.
And if you know about that, it's a natural caffeine. It's a natural caffeine, and that amount of caffeine is good for you. It's not like having big old cups of coffee and drinking
Yeah.
a whole bunch of stuff you can't even pronounce on it. And the key to W is that we give you long lasting energy, no jitters. And
Yep.
we have certain drinks that focus on things like they pinpoint things like focus and all that kind of stuff, man.
Yep. And this company was built for gamers, but then once it started kind of spreading out, everybody was jumping on it,
Yeah.
replacing their coffee and stuff because of
Mm-hmm.
the natural sugars, no crashing and all
Right.
that stuff. So
It's a great coffee replacement. Great coffee replacement.
so yeah, man, y'all go get out there and jump on Dubby. You know what I'm saying?
W.GG. W.GG is what he's on right now. Y'all go check that out.
And
Type
then
in PG the Hustler and check out, man, for 10% off everything in that cart, man.
yes, sir. Then we got a shirts, you know what I'm saying? I'm rocking the shirts right now. We got the Redeployment Podcast t-shirts, bruh.
Yes,
This
sir.
pod, I need to make one that says this podcast is for you, man, because we already know my big things. This podcast for you. If
Right.
you are currently in the military, whether active reserve or whatever, and you want to stay the whole time, like I did, cool. This podcast for you. We talk about real things, real people who done it. This podcast for you if you decide you want to do one tour, two tours, three tours, four tours, and dip set the building on them, like my boy PG did. You know what I'm saying? And look at him. We're entrepreneurs. We out here. We got our stuff going. This podcast for you if you're thinking about joining the military. Jump on one of these episodes. Just listen to some of the stories. Listen to the every guest we brought on here drop some gems, and it's good, and it's gonna help you when you need it the most. And then this podcast for you, if you have been under a rock, you've been in the woods, you ain't never encountered a military person before in your life, this podcast for you because we giving real stories that relate to what you do in your everyday life.
Mm-hmm.
We just can't get fired. Well, we can get fired, but it take a long time.
And it's a
And we
lot
can't
worse.
quit. And if you quit, what happens is when you quit, right? This is kind of what happens. You end up trying to go AWOL, right? They gonna find you. And when they find you, you gonna do the rest of the time just behind bars. This is how the contract works. But nevertheless, go get you a t-shirt, sweater. Go to Black Money Media, Black
Live.com.
Money Live.com. Hit the
Yes, sir.
collections, hit the hamburger stack, as my boy PG say. Get to the redeployment podcast. Get you some merch.
You know it.
And yeah, that's all
Support
the
the show,
announcements.
man. Support the movement, man. Support your service, your fellow service members, your vets, man.
Yeah, man. Like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. You know
You
what I
know it.
mean? And then if you want to get on the show, hit us up in the comment section. We gonna pull you up. We gonna send you the calendar. This calendar thing right here. We'll send that out, and then you can book your own show with us. Come on live. Let's talk. Let's chat. And let's get to it.
Let's get to it.
But today,
Who we got pulling up today, man?
listen.
What
I've
we got going?
known this man for a very, very long time.
Okay. All right.
Okay. This is when we talk about my life, we talked about Turkey, right? I was a
Right.
wild boy. Then we talked
Right.
about Japan. I was a little wild, but less wild.
Okay.
And then I went to Florida, where I people be saying they found the Lord, but the Lord was never lost, man. But we got to stop saying we found the Lord.
Right. I mean, you picked him back up again.
I got reacquainted with the Lord.
Right.
Being a preacher's kid, found this church down there, and if doggone the pastor, the bishop, the first lady, the apostle, the leadership of this church had the dopest son I've ever had in my life. Like some preacher kids, man, look, they not like that. This guy, Mark Anthony Williams Jr., this guy right here was the dopest man I've ever met in my life, bro. As a preacher's kid. Now, PG, you was raised up in the church. Are you lying? Are we lying about the preacher kids? Some of them be a little weird.
Hey, man, watch your mouth now.
This guy,
watch your mouth now.
He was real from the jump. So please introduce some and reintroduce the others. My man, Mark Anthony Jr.
What's happening?
Hey, how you doing, man? How's things?
Overall, man, I'm well. You know, just taking it one day at a time. Yes, sir.
Man, bro, I was so pleased that you took the invitation to come out and hang out with us, man. Life is good, man. Where you residing at these days?
So I'm in the Metro Atlanta area, northeast. Yep, northeast, about 40 miles northeast of downtown. But yeah, I my civilian employer is right there in the heart of the city.
Okay.
And then when I put on a uniform and do my duty is also in the metro area. So I got everything I need, right here. Yeah, always still love to get out and explore, what the world has to offer. But yeah, I'm in the Metro Atlanta area.
Man, so on this show, we have talked to a lot of kids, me, myself being preacher kids and stuff like that. Like, what was, if you was to give just a gloss over version, how would you say childhood was raised up in the church? Because we never left church.
Right. Well, it ain't for everybody. I tell you that. it ain't for everybody. And there is an expectation and a level of pressure that that is placed upon us, you know what I'm saying, whether we want it or not, you know what I'm saying, but the positives are positive. You know what I'm saying, but there's also times where one might wish, in my position, wish they could feel more human, if you will. And feel like, and not feel like they have to live to a certain standard lest they be judged.
And
I never felt like that though. That's crazy.
You never always felt that way?
No, you always forget I'm a preacher's kid too. My mom since I've been born. I never felt like that though. I seen people feel like that. I've seen it been put on other people, but me myself, I never really felt like that. I think probably because it might be a different case for me, because I don't know. My mother was the preacher, not my father. So I had to defend her a lot of times. I seen a lot of stuff in the church that showed me what was going on before a lot of other people seeing things. You know what I'm saying? Like I had to like, you know what I mean? I went through other things that other folks did. So I never really, people knew about me. Let me just put it like that. I just wasn't the one, like, you know what I mean? Like, don't mess with her. Don't mess, you know what I mean? Don't mess with her. Don't mess with him. Like, don't do that.
Right.
Because that's all we had was each other. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So, Mark, growing up, graduated high school, went off to college. Where did you go to college?
I started off at the University of Central Florida in Orlando, and for undergrad, and ultimately finished my bachelor's degree at the University of West Florida. in Pensacola, right down the
Yeah.
street
Yeah.
from us. And then from there, I matriculated to Mercer University. The main campus is in Macon, Georgia, but they got an Atlanta campus, and
Okay.
that's where I got my MBA. And
Yeah.
and then went on and
So,
pursued my doctorate at the University of Georgia, and the rest is history.
work hard.
Doctor. So excuse me
Right.
for
Dr. Mark.
mispronouncing. You know what I'm saying? Doctor
Yeah.
Mark Anthony Williams Jr., bro. Like, so
You wow.
so talk to me about the having that. Now we talked about pressure in the beginning a little bit, but is there more pressure when somebody see that doctor or that PhD behind your name? Like this guy is, we got to listen to him. Yeah.
It depends on the setting and the environment. So, for my civilian job, I work at Georgia Tech, and I'm around some of the biggest brains and brightest thinkers who, with the majority of them having PhDs in STEM fields.
Okay.
And these individuals who are very esteemed in their different fields, they all go by their first names. And so I never introduce myself, whether I'm at work or not, as Dr. Williams.
Okay.
Because I'm humbled by the great minds that I'm around on a day-to-day basis. And it's an opportunity to actively practice humility, which is something that I strive to do and work to do daily now, because 20 years ago, that wasn't me. That I was much more, and I hadn't even checked the boxes that I've checked now in my 40s up to this point. But I did not position myself. Yeah.
Bro, Rap says, "What's up?"
Oh, hey, man, my brother Rap. Man. Hey.
Yeah, we had him on the show as well.
Okay. Got a lot of love for that brother, fellow Williams right there. Yep.
Yeah. So practicing humility, man, that's great. Especially like when you reach those levels. There's a lot of people who will throw that in your face in a minute. And sometimes it's rightfully so, man. You spent so many hours, so much time. I currently work at UNC right now, at the college as well, and you see these students put so much time into the craft. Some of these students, even through the masters, man, I just recently finished my master's in sports management, right? And I finished my master's through American Military University, right? The AMU, right? And 100% of it is online.
Yeah.
No tests, just a whole lot of papers, right?
Right.
So when I talk to the students about, oh yeah, I just finished my master's, they're like, oh my God, Mr. James. And to me, I'm just like, but the way these students in this day regard like education is it's powerful, man. Like I wish I could bottle that up and drink it. Man, it's powerful. So what do you instruct, or are you a professor? Like what do you do as far as Georgia Tech?
So at Georgia Tech, and I work at Georgia Tech Research Institute, to be specific, GTRI, which is a part of Georgia Tech. It's the research side more than the academic side, but I'm a program manager by trade, and then I'm a part-time professor. So, and I teach at the College of Business. I teach operations management.
Wow.
And yeah, let me tell you, man, just even obviously working there in my program management role is very eye-opening. But even just being amongst the students, the next generation of leaders and scholars, and seeing how invested they are in their own academic outcomes at an elite institution, the MIT of the South, is so refreshing and motivating, honestly. Not, yes, for myself, but more or less for my kids, though, to ensure they have every opportunity to succeed and outdo me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, it's good. Like I love when I interact with these students, man. There was this one time and speaking of that, this one time in particular, the student had an assignment due. They finished the assignment and they were like, Mr. James, I can't look at it. I'm gonna hit this button. Tell me what the score is. And
Yeah.
and I was like, okay, first of all, let's go back. I went to the military, right? So
Okay.
I got mine by happenstance, whatever. My level of yes is maybe different from your level of yes. What are
Hmm.
you looking for? Like, what should I be? And they'd be like, oh, it's got to be a 96 and above. I was like,
Nice.
oh,
Yeah, you,
oh God.
you
So
say
I
gotta
hit
be,
it,
huh?
I hit it for them, and it ended up being, a grade they accepted. I said, "Oh, girl, you good?" Gave it
Yep.
back to her. Oh, because they are so stressed, man.
Hmm.
Me and PG, I was telling PG a couple weeks ago, man. I'm in the education realm,
Hmm.
where I'm administrative though, so I go buy the things that they need for programming and
Yes.
help them do what it is. We're in the meeting, a bunch of big wigs about
Hmm.
redefining the campus and
Hmm.
putting more entertainment and they got wind to the students and they're like,
Mm.
we don't want more entertainment. We want
Mm.
more places to study.
Just
And I was like, I'm in the
Wow.
twilight zone. Never have I ever uttered those words.
Right.
And they were serious, man. Like,
Yeah.
so we're like, okay, we hear you. We put more couches with the little pop-up screen.
Yep.
Like I'm like, man, these kids is about their business, man.
Yes.
So shout out to you. What's the greatest point or I would say the greatest key with working in the research field and
Uh-huh.
maybe side by side with students?
So I'm gonna answer the latter first. Man, working with students, it is again incredibly rewarding. But speaking of pressure, I at the beginning of this semester, I'm not sure I felt as much pressure as I put on myself, as I did in the classroom in a long time, because I could feel the it wasn't a burden, but it was a responsibility to ensure that I, would steer these young men and women in the right direction, right? Which is ultimately to achieve the learning objectives in the class, to get to get a passing grade, and then to move forward, right? But I could feel their vulnerability, if you will, knowing, them feeling as though I kind of, at least for this class in this term, this particular section of the course, kind of determine their outcomes, if you will, their pathway to moving forward. And so I wanted
Control
to
their destiny.
exactly, exactly. And I took that very serious.
Yeah.
And so I try to make every lesson and every lecture, um not just your boring run-of-the-mill read slides and bullet points, but I try to make it as engaging as possible.
Yeah.
um I try to make it as interactive, and then I I also held them accountable, So if
Right.
when I put slides up, and this goes beyond just grading, quizzes, papers, tests. When I put a slide up, I said, hey, I need you all to read the information, and the quicker you can read, the quicker I can get y'all out of here early.
Right.
Ah,
Yep.
Right.
man.
No, I got a
Man,
question,
that's
but I'm gonna let you ask her. I'm gonna let you answer the first one.
oh yeah,
I know
yeah.
that was the
Answer
one,
the
but then I
first
got
one.
one for both of y'all after that. I
The
want you-
biggest rewarding or
Right,
the
rewarding.
biggest push
Research.
to be. Yeah, to be
research,
with
yeah.
research.
Yeah. So, when I fresh out of undergrad, I was graduated, finished undergrad at 21, and I started working at Boeing.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
And you know, I worked there for 5 years, and I was clueless for much of that. But I had a really good boss lady who took me under her wings and did everything she could to kind of show me the ropes of defense contracting.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
So then when I was it was time for me to move on, I started applying for jobs in the Atlanta area. And man, look, I applied at Chick-fil-A corporate.
Mm. Okay.
Met I was one of two finalists, and they flew me in, put me in a 5-star hotel, picked me up in a limo.
Nice.
You know, I met the original founder of
Oh,
Chick-fil-A. He was
okay.
about 91 at the time.
Wow.
Um, God rest his soul. And they ultimately went a different direction. And that was deflating, but you know, I still just, you know, kept the faith, kept chopping wood. And then I had 2 interviews on back-to-back days, GTRI
Okay.
and Lockheed
Mm.
Martin.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
And at the time I was working in finance. And so both offered me similar roles, and I had a tough decision, but I ultimately went with Georgia Tech because I had already dipped my toe in that government contracting defense river. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
so I wanted to do something different and get the experience of being on a college campus
Yeah.
and you know feeling that energy. And man, it was the best decision because like being there, look, I being amongst the students, being amongst the you know the researchers and engineers, the ones that I support, I make sure that they have everything they need
Yeah.
from an administrative and operations standpoint, so that they can go out there and you know whether it's uh, work on the technology that we use that is used on the TVs on Delta planes, Delta
Oh,
aircrafts.
okay.
Like
Okay.
Mm.
G
Okay.
That's dope.
yep, my organization, my job is responsible for that technology, if you will, as an
Wow.
example.
That's what's
Yeah.
up.
That's big.
So so I wanted to do that, and then man, I didn't realize like the energy, the level of energy that I would feel by being on a college campus. And you know, I was still in my 20s, so I'm playing intramural ball,
Yeah.
you know. Like,
Yeah.
and I met like my closest friends I met there. And so yeah, but I also, so being at Tech and then being primarily on the research side, that has been probably the most humbling experience in my career now, 18 years, because again, as I mentioned, I'm around individuals with, you know, PhDs in material science, engineering, micromolecular biology.
Right.
Mine's in education.
Mm.
Right.
Um, and but these individuals are so obsessed with their own learning
Yeah.
that they don't have time to be nor care about being called Dr. So and
Doctor.
so.
Ah.
Mm.
They
Yeah.
They just want to dive into their research and focus on their metacognition, or the you know how the thinking about how they think about things.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, like again, being here at GTRI, being this close up on the research has really humbled me and opened up my eyes to say, you know what, I want to invest in my own human capital in a similar way. I want to just learn as much as I can every day, and it doesn't necessarily have to come in the form of formal schooling. It could be
Right.
an informative podcast, a good book, you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
an
Yeah.
article, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Man,
They
that's
just love to
dope.
learn. Yeah.
That's dope.
They love
PG,
learning.
you had a question.
So yeah, so my question is actually for both of you, and it goes back to what you were saying earlier about the curriculum and like the workload. Now, I wanted to ask both of you guys. The kids are excited in how they reacted to you with your masters and everything like that, Jax. When you did now, is that because you thought like, hey, this was really nothing. I did most of this online. This is easy work, and that's how it's
Hmm.
become since like COVID and past that. Because I've watched my own children like go from school to actually going to doing everything in on the computer. So, do y'all think is it different from when you were in school and we all were in college, where we had like 5-page essays and like, bro, we had work, bro. Like
Mhm.
I remember like wasn't no weekends because we had work. Like wasn't no kicking it because I need to do this. I need to get this done. If I don't spend this time doing this, I won't get this done. Is the work different? Has it lightened up? Is that why they feel like that's such an achievement and you feel that it's not? Or is that why it's easier for them? And is that why they love it so much because it's been lightened? Because I feel like we had a lot dumped on us
Mhm.
when we were in school. Like, just do it here. This is how you get it. This is where you cite it. This is where you find it. Get to work. Like that.
Right.
And now I'm seeing so much stuff that's like we got the internet, bro. Like we got AI, we got all kind of things that can teach you, just like you said, informative podcasts, informative like slides. You can get on YouTube and learn things.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? So it's like, and is it shorter but more compact with more information because it's being conveyed different, or how do y'all see that?
Mark, I'll let you hit it first, and now I'll come off the
Okay.
top rope.
So in my opinion, so I'm I'm a believer that my philosophy is a bachelor's degree is signals your ability to learn, while a master's shows your ability to apply your
Okay.
knowledge. And then anything beyond that, whether it's a specialist, a doctorate, a doctorate could be a EDD, a PhD, a DPT, whatever, JD. But
Yeah.
at that level, you then display that you either have the ability to do advanced research or you can teach others. So I say all that to say, my master's, my MBA also was arguably the quote unquote easiest degree that I earned,
Mm.
because I had already proven after 4 years of undergrad that, hey, I'm at a different level in my learning.
Mm-hmm.
Now, instead of just giving me busy work every day, I need you to show that you can take everything you learned over those previous 4 years and just apply it in a very real world sense, a very practical manner. So
Mm-hmm.
if you can do that, then we'll give you this degree. And I walk, and basically every class that I had for my master's, and I can't speak to every program, but we walked in the door with an A, and you had to work your tail off to not keep it.
To not keep it.
Mm.
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 Yep. Over to you, Jax.
Yeah, so for me, I see that what Mark was saying, but I also see it in a way where um having a master's degree, it shows them that it is obtainable.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's one of those goals that's up there, because a lot of these students, especially, I mean, I'm in UNC, so they're predominantly white, just to be honest. A lot of them, that's out of the door,
Right.
like automatic. Like,
Yep.
you're gonna
Yep.
go to high school, you're gonna get in the top college, which UNC is one of the top
Mm-hmm.
colleges in the area, and you're gonna not only finish your undergrad, but you're going to at least go
Yes.
graduate,
Full
right?
graduate. Right.
And so for me to say it kind of casually to them,
Mm-hmm.
now
Yeah.
now mind you, here, short story about me, I did about 2 years of like junior college before coming in the military,
Mhm.
but I didn't have a 3-4 credits to account for real, because I found a party and it was over with. I drove 45 minutes to the party
I feel
and
you.
then came back and then had to drop people back off where they was at to come back. I was done for.
Oh yeah.
And so when I joined the military and I found out, like, trying to get we all know about EPRs, they performance reports
Mhm.
or whatever they call it,
Mm-hmm.
EPBs or whatever now. Back then it was like, oh, in order to get a good EPB or a good EPR, you got to go to college. Or you got to
Mm.
do. And so it took me, as God is my witness, as I got two black brothers on this podcast, 20 years to get a 4-year degree, because I was taking a class here,
Yep.
take a couple of days off, take a class year, go
Mm-hmm.
to the deployment, can't go to classes. I'm at the deployment.
Yeah,
Take a
you
clip
focus.
or whatever. Just go and
Yep.
take a test, get a couple credits here. So one day I was like, look, I called up my school was like, look, I got all these credits.
Mm-hmm.
Make them count for something. Make them enough. And they told me, they was like, all right, we'll give you an undergrad in liberal arts. I said,
Okay.
sign me up.
Sign
And
me
then
up.
I took the liberal arts to springboard myself into what I really wanted to do, and that's sports management. So, like Mark was saying, the work was easy.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I was researching, sports finance. I was moving teams from this place to this place. That stuff was fun, and it was
Right.
once you get into that space. So I think going back to your question, I think it's the attainability when they see, especially an old man say, "I'm walking out here with my master's degree." Now, oh my God,
Right, okay.
he got what my mama said I had to get. This man has it, and so
Right.
I think it's more of a shock that way.
Yeah.
Okay. Got you. Okay. That's just good. I just wanted to see, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Y'all both
So,
in the
Mark,
educate field. I just wanted to hear what y'all say.
we didn't get off, but we got to go through this. This is called the drop. This is the minutes, the seconds, the hours, the months of contemplation over all the many jobs and stuff you had prior to the military. You joined the military.
I did.
We got to know why. We got to know the story, how this happened for you. Please, the floor is yours.
All right. So my number one reason, then I'll back up and lay out the timeline from the first time I reached out to a recruiter to where I am today. But my number one reason for joining was to secure my kids' graduate school.
Yeah, see?
Number one reason. And, having grown up a military dependent, I, had a baseline level of understanding of the culture. I obviously I needed to be fully immersed, fully, all the way in it to, really understand. But I had a cursory level of understanding. And so I was like, you know what, I can do this. And everything that I am doing now to invest in them on a day-to-day basis is putting them in a position to earn a scholarship, whether it's academic, in the case of my youngest son especially, who is very prodigious academically, or in the case of my daughter, who is a gifted athlete, she might can go academic or athletic, it depends. But so I said, everything you're doing now, kids, is going to prove and pave the way for you to get your undergraduate degree paid for, your bachelor's degree, right? But yes. And even still, like, I'm still setting aside in a 529 each month just as a safety net, right? But I said I need to lock down the GI Bill to ensure they can at a minimum get a master's degree and walk away with that master's degree with zero student loan debt. So zero.
Man.
Yes, number one reason. Of course, there's the other, the health, the benefits overall in totality, healthcare, discounts, etc. But funding their graduate school, because the way I look at it, and ultimately, if college is not for them, that's okay, right? They can still be incredibly successful.
Right.
But if it is, I want to ensure you got a pathway to success, to finishing, and with as little worries as possible.
Man, that right there, my friend, is a dad's dad right there.
Yeah. Appreciate that.
I think that's the best. Dad. I think that's the best. Honestly, I think that's the best explanation that we've had.
Dog, this is the best part of this show, bro. Because no story has been the same.
No. Yeah. Everybody's had different reasons, man.
Yeah, and for you to, like, I haphazardly joined because I was like, this school ain't for me, bro.
Right.
Like, I don't want to disappoint my parents. Like, I
Mm-hmm.
don't want to be that guy. I don't want to go back to the block or
Mm-hmm.
whatever it is, people are doing. But to say I'm doing this to secure and
My
because I
kid,
told you,
man. Oh
it
wow.
was crazy what I told you about they telling our counterparts that this is what you will do from the onset.
Mm.
And so you're
Mm.
saying the same thing, man. It's so powerful. Man,
Yeah.
shout out to you,
Like not
man.
even saying what you'll do. Like I'm gonna ensure that it gets done.
Yes.
Like that's even a
Yes.
step further. Like that's bro. Hats off, man. I commend you for that. I
Man,
love that,
we
bro.
hey,
That's
give
fine.
this man a round of applause, man, for doing that.
Y'all too.
Man,
I
out here.
Most
appreciate it.
definitely. Most definitely. No, this is real. That's real. Like
Yeah.
we
Now,
definitely real. Like we. This is no joke. Like that's real.
now walk us down the timeline
Okay.
because you've done undergrad, you did
Mm-hmm.
graduate, you went and
Mm-hmm.
got your PhD. Through
Yes.
there, you worked some jobs. Through
Uh-huh.
there, you did the genealogy
Yep.
project, which
Yep.
is
Yep.
still a hobby, which is all these things. And
Mm-hmm.
then you probably was you on track with the age requirement, so you had to do it, or like how did that work?
Yeah. Yeah. So let me see. So I finished undergrad 2007, got my bachelor's then, earned my MBA in spring of 2016, and then had some motivation in the tank still, and went on and pursued my PhD, and finished that up in 2021. And so I was hungry, eager to utilize all of that to advance as far as I could in my civilian career. And then in the summer of 22, so I'm 37, almost 38, it out of the blue, I promise you, out of the blue, it just hit me. What if?
Hmm.
Hmm, what if? And usually that's how my mind works anyway when I have an idea. And I'll be honest. So my bachelor's degree is in math,
Okay.
and that's been almost 20 years. Brothers, I struggle to round up a tip now. Like I, j- I just ain't, when it comes to using the left side of my brain, I just
Yeah.
ain't as sharp. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But the good Lord, he's still keeping me sharp. He's just, instead of using my left brain, I'm just a little more sharp with my right brain now, and my
Yeah.
ability to be creative, if you
Right.
will, with my thoughts and ideas, and being both a convergent and a divergent thinker. Divergent
Yeah.
meaning, if I give you a multiple choice test, you can converge on one answer, right? But,
Right.
or excuse me, that's a convergent thinker. But a divergent thinker is, hey, brothers, you got a brick and a blanket, name 20 different ways you can use that, right?
Oh, yeah.
And so I'm much more of a divergent thinker than I was previously. So the ideal of joining the military was just one of those divergent thoughts. What if? And so then I started thinking creatively of all the benefits, all the things I could possibly do, and with the ultimate goal of, again, securing and paying for my kids' graduate school. But I promise you, like literally in a day, like I woke up that morning and said, I wonder what if, well, you know what? Instead of just sitting on this, let me start chopping some wood. So I hit up a virtual recruiter. I want to say airforce.com if I'm not mistaken,
Okay. Okay.
and started the conversation immediately. Sent them my resume, and said, hey, based on my credentials, what job do you think would be the best fit for me?
Yeah.
And they sent me back one job, and it was also the one job that wasn't in a specialty field like the JAG Corps,
Okay.
um, but and they said this is the one job that's not a specialty field that will consider your master's degree and allow you to start your career as an O2 first lieutenant as opposed to a butter bar, right?
Right.
So and they show me what the requirements were. A master's in these specific fields, a bachelor's, etc. Then they say, oh, but you got to have a certain GRE score.
Okay.
Okay. And I took the GRE obviously to get into my master's program, but it had been so long that my scores had expired.
Right.
So I said, you know what, I'm gonna roll up my sleeves and I'm gonna buy the study material and I'm gonna take the test. And then I was like, you know what? Nah, I'm not ordering this material. I'm just gonna show up and
Yeah.
test. And if I don't get the passing score, you know what? I'll just take it again. Right.
Okay.
And then study in between. Well, I got the passing score I needed and updated my recruiter. And sure enough, so the job I'm in is a medical service corps, or MSC, otherwise known as Health Services Administration. And I am an MSC for an AE unit, or aeromedical evacuation squadron.
Okay.
It's typically that is, you either go that route or you work at a ground unit like a med group or a hospital, if you will.
Right.
And we essentially, we make sure the hospital has everything they need to function and operate effectively. But so I started that in July, and I wasn't at risk of missing the age cutoff.
Okay.
At the time, it was 40, right?
Okay.
Then, but it took, my whole commissioning process took 16 months. 16 months. Yes. And it probably, so about 4 of those months was because the medical board had to review my profile, my case, because I had 2 knee surgeries on the same knee.
Okay.
Yeah, they had to make sure I was good. And ultimately, when I went off to MEPS and I did the duck walk, and it was okay, you good.
You still, they still, that was the other question. They still doing the duck walk?
Yes, still doing the duck walk.
Are we still turning and coughing too?
Yeah, we still doing that.
Hey, man, listen, I don't think a physical gonna ever change.
I got to get a top. Man, what are they testing with the turn and cough, bruh?
Man, I don't know. Hemorrhoids? I don't know.
Hernia. No, it's hernia. Hernia.
Oh, hernia. Okay, that's what they never told me.
Yeah, because I'm like, bro, we passed that, man.
Yeah.
Come on.
No, you ain't. Hernia can kill you. You know that, right?
Yeah, I didn't know that was it. They don't tell us.
That's how you can tell.
They like turn and cough after doing the duck walk in your drawers. Come on, now.
Yeah, and Hustler, you just educated me. I didn't know a hernia could kill you.
Oh, you did?
So,
hernia can kill you. Yeah, hernia can
wow.
kill you.
Okay.
Wow.
So man, so then, bro, we converse on social media back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
We see each other in passing, and then one day I'm just scrolling and I see pictures from OTS. So I'm like, what is Mark up to? Like I thought I was a wild card, bro. Like, I'd be everywhere. I'd be doing everywhere. I'd be everywhere. I'd be going to these games. I'd be at the Final Four. But I was like, I was just seeing you with like a testimonial, maybe a couple years prior to that, for the genealogy project you was working on and connecting folks. And I'm like, oh, okay. So maybe he's going with that. And then I see you in the uniform. I'm like, what? Bud, boy, what? So during this time, tell me what these folks was thinking. When you came home one day and you was like, baby, kid, I'm going to the airport.
Yeah. Now, when I first told Kelsey, she was like, huh? You want to do what? And
she said, most people want to borrow sugar,
right?
Ketchup, but you want to borrow my VCR? Man, it's not.
Yes. Oh man. And but before I gave her the pitch, I did my leg work first, laid it out, and I said, look, these are the benefits, da da da. And by the way, I would be a TR, traditional reservist, to
Okay.
start. Maybe consider going active down the road, but we wouldn't have to uproot, the family and
Right.
migrate. And also, I'm remiss in not mentioning this.
Okay.
When I connected with the recruiter, I said, okay, what's the job based on my credentials? What do you suggest? And I said, I got two criteria. Um, I I want to uh, I want to be a reservist as opposed to active duty, and I want to stay in the Atlanta area. So I need to be at Dobbins Air Reserve Base, which is just
Oh,
20 miles outside.
okay.
Yes. And so, so based on that, she sent me, or he or she sent me the job, MSC. So when I pitched it to Kelsey, I let her know, like, hey, we ain't got to go nowhere. I'll do my drill, my 1 weekend a month UTA,
Nice.
just 40 miles from the house, and yeah, outside of that, and then I said the downside, and I consulted with former O5s and O6s,
Mm-hmm.
um, some senior enlisted members like yourself,
Mm-hmm.
and before I even ultimately crossed over, I wanted to get their experience on paper and understand what I was getting myself into, and ultimately all in terms of pros and cons. The lion's share of the boxes were on the pro side, with the few being, I'm going to have to deploy.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I know what I'm getting into, so so I'll just prepare and adjust accordingly, right?
Right.
And so, but when I laid it all out to her and said, look, uh our medical premiums are going to go down significantly, and
Yeah.
because between having kids and all my surgeries, that's over, in a 10-year span, that's probably 30K alone out of our pockets.
if
Oh
not
yeah.
more.
Oh yeah.
If not
If
more.
not more.
If not
Yes.
more.
So between that and then the post 9/11 GI Bill, like I
Yeah.
said, locking down the kids college fund, she was sold. And going off to OTS for a maximum of 8.5 weeks was not ideal,
Mm-hmm.
because we had never been apart for that long,
Oh
partic-
wow.
particularly specifically with kids.
Yeah.
Um, and so, but hey, we made that happen. We got through it, and fortunately, again, I was just at Maxwell in Montgomery, Alabama.
Oh, okay.
So you didn't go far. Okay. Nice.
Correct,
Yeah.
So you
correct.
guys, so for OTS, you don't have to go to Lackland.
No, we ain't
Nah.
gotta. That's BMT, boy. That's
Right.
y'all.
Yeah.
Hey,
you
man.
say we you
Uh,
say we go through the muck, huh?
yeah, and
Yeah.
true story. Like, let me just give y'all flowers. Thank y'all for your service, and Jax, I ain't even get a chance to congratulate you on finishing up your master's degree. Big ups.
Man, appreciate you.
Yes. But um one thing that I've really learned a lot is the value of enlisted members, because you all truly, in my opinion, are the real pillars
Mm-hmm.
of the armed forces. Because we don't there's more enlisted members than officers, right?
Right.
And officers, we don't have anyone to command if we
Mm-hmm.
don't have enlisted, other than just your company grade officers, right? And then
Right.
for me, as a junior officer, I lean heavily on my senior NCOs,
Yeah.
right?
And that
Be,
was one
and
question I was gonna ask was so I know when I made master, one of the things I was quote unquote commissioned to do is when we get a butter bar or we get an
Mhm.
LT up in here, grab that joker,
Yes,
bring them under your wing, teach them the ropes. Now the
yes.
ones who latch on and hear you, those
Hmm.
are going to be the ones that make it. And so report back to us on which
Yes.
LTs make it. So we indirectly became part of the, you know, the way they go. Because
Yeah.
if you get a bad look from a senior NCO,
Hmm.
your jobs are gonna start
Yep.
to, you're gonna be operating over the broom closet before you know
Right.
it. So how
Room
was
closet.
that for you, even though you were well seasoned and
Yeah.
maybe even some of the same ages as some of the senior NCOs?
Right. Right. If not older than some as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
Um, so if I were 21, 22, fresh out of college and then commissioned, I would have been in a much different place than I am now,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I may not have been as receptive and open and humbled by someone who is has a lower rank but more knowledgeable, right?
Right, right.
But at 38, when I finally commissioned, I was 38. I went in there, just said, who can I learn from? Like I
Teach
just
me.
teach me, yes. And from day one at my unit, I had an incredible. I consider him my first mentor, Master Sergeant Cullen Henderson,
Mm,
and he took me under his wings, and he. So when I was at OTS, I ran into a lot of prior enlisted
mm-hmm,
who were super hard chargers
mm-hmm.
and going out of their way to be eligible for DG and etc.
Yeah, yeah.
But back at my unit, Sergeant Henderson, there was none of that with him. He was just there to help me in any way he could. He was the acting first shirt for our unit. We didn't have one in the role at the time. Um, and he took that responsibility with the appropriate level of seriousness.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, he mentored me, he guided me, he helped me with any question, even throughout the month when we're just civilians. He's like, call me, text me with anything. If I don't have an answer, I'll get an answer for you. And
Mm-hmm.
so meeting him day one in uniform was incredible to my growth. And again, because I was already at the place that I was that in my career and stage in life, I wasn't concerned about titles and status. And
Yeah.
even when people in uniform bring up my rank or my degrees, I say, look, my rank. I said, if it were up to me, wouldn't be no saluting. If it were up to me,
Right.
but I
Right.
I
Right. Right.
res-
Right. Right. Right.
I respect tradition, customs, courtesies,
Yep.
etc.
Yep.
But I would say, hey, and I get it, hierarchy, ranking structure, that's necessary. But I say, look, my rank and my degrees, that's how I feed my family. That.
Mm-hmm.
But when I'm here to do a job and learn from those who can teach me, irrespective of their rank.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So that was my mindset from day one at 38, which I am certain would have been much different if day one for me as an officer would have been at age 22.
Right.
Yeah. Now answer this. So growing up as a military dependent, kind of moved around the world a little bit. What is one thing that you have learned in your current position that you had a misconception about having grown up? Like, what is there things like, oh, I realized why dad said this. Oh, I realized why my friends did this. Oh, I realized why this happened, because now you're in that position and you kind of connected the dots, having been growing up as a child and maybe seeing
Yeah,
things in a different way. Is there one or two things that like opens up for you since now you're in those shoes?
man, that's something that I've never been posed that question before, but that is very interesting. I'll say this, that my father, who served 21 and a half years, enlisted at age 17.
Mm-hmm.
um he from in my opinion, from my perspective, the military was his mode of providing, and that was always going to be the priority, providing for his family.
Yeah.
But I never sensed that he was impassioned about being in the military and his specific career field. Okay.
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 So I didn't get an advanced level of insight on a day-to-day basis of what he did. I do know he worked, he loaded weapons on helicopters,
Yeah.
and for a long time. And I remember, a few days before my 5th birthday, he left for the Gulf War, and I didn't know where he was for 6 months. And then
Oh, yeah.
then we get a VHS in the mail, and he's
Ah!
talking to us.
Oh my God!
That's old
Oh
school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
no!
Yeah, but I will say this though, to answer you. So I bring all that up to say, him being enlisted and me being an officer, I have such a high level of respect for him as an enlisted member,
Yeah.
particularly with, like you said, some ego inflated, butterbar 02, 03, who thinks they know more than somebody who's got 10, 15 years of military experience that doesn't necessarily have a degree, which doesn't is to me is not necessarily indicative of one's IQ or intellect anyway,
Right.
right?
Right.
It just typically showed that probably that you had a way to pay for college. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That part.
yep. And a lot of that is systemic, at opportunities that others aren't necessarily given, not always, right?
Yeah.
And so, but I have such a great level of respect for enlisted members, particularly those like yourself who went the whole journey,
Yeah.
and just like my father. Because so one I guess I wouldn't even say necessarily misconception, but it's just eye-opening experience I've had is how much and how much of the burden of day-to-day ops at any unit in any career field is placed on the enlisted members to use their back while officers use their brain, if you will.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
me personally, I think that should be a little more even, if
Yeah.
you will.
Yeah.
And because at any moment, somebody, it doesn't even necessarily have to be an officer, but somebody of a higher rank can pull rank. And I just, man, that thought of that makes me cringe.
Yeah.
And now, and seeing it being done is even more eye-opening. I've heard of the stories of those things happening, but seeing it done just makes my stomach turn, because I'm like,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, accountability shouldn't be broken down by rank.
Mm-mm.
It shouldn't be divided by gender, race, or social economic status or any other subcategories. Everybody should be accountable for themselves.
Right.
And so I'm seeing myself how somebody, because they are of a certain level, they I've seen, not everybody obviously, but I've seen
Right.
members pass the buck,
Oh yeah.
and I'm just not a fan of that. So, and oftentimes I feel like it's an enlisted member that ultimately is bears the brunt of it. And so again, being in it has just increased my level of respect for enlisted members, for sure.
Hey man, that's what's up. So let's we're gonna start rapping here. I want you to introduce these beautiful young
Yes.
people here. Give them a shout out. Tell us who they are, what they up to.
Okay. Yeah. So got my oldest, Isaiah Amir Williams.
Okay.
This is June of 2025 at his high school graduation.
Okay.
And he's now at Texas State University,
Okay.
just outside of San Antonio, and he's studying mechanical engineering.
Oh
So,
man. Okay.
yep, doing his thing. And he's got some other things that he's got working behind the scenes, popping. I can't really speak on it, but in
Yeah,
time
yeah.
he'll reveal it. But it's very exciting. Um, then I got my daughter, Sunday Noel Williams. I call her my rose petal.
Okay,
And
okay.
man, the love man, the level of love she gives me that's unconditional, I've never experienced before, man. On
Yeah.
my on my best days and my worst days, she still loves and nurtures me like no other, man.
Wow.
and
Wow.
and remember the name. I tell her she's got the name and the game. She is a gifted athlete.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
the best in my line.
Yes,
Man,
sir.
she's going somewhere if she decides to
Yeah.
continue to pursue that route, and if she wants to pivot to the arts or something else, as long as she's a productive citizen in society, I'm going to support her.
We
So
good. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
yes, yes, but also an honor roll student. And then I got Dallas Fletcher here. So Isaiah's 19, Sunday is 9, she'll be 10 in June, and Dallas is 7, he'll be 8 in June. And I tell Dallas all the time, son, you're gonna change the world one
Oh,
day. He's very like myself. His intellect at that age, his intellect is outgrowing his maturity at a significant pace,
yeah.
and that gets him in trouble at
Oh,
times.
okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
thinking he's smarter than his parents and teachers and
Yeah.
administrators, but he's already thinking on an advanced level. I mean, look, brothers, he was reading Green Eggs and Ham to his pre-K class, you know,
Wow.
doing 100-piece puzzles and multiplication at 4 and 5 years old.
Oh, snap.
Fractions and divisions at 5, 6 decimals. I mean, he's just on another level.
Wow.
He's in he's wrapping up second grade, but I remember at the beginning of first grade, he was so disappointed after the first day of school because he was ready to learn, and all they talked about was the rules.
Ah.
So
Yo.
yeah,
Yes.
but
Classic.
they
Yeah,
they are
he gonna be on one.
he is, but that's my intellectual prodigy.
Yes,
Like I
sir.
said, he's gonna change the world. But those three, that's my world right there. And my purpose, I've learned, particularly, especially since Sunday and Dallas have been here, I've realized my purpose is to ensure that those three find their purpose.
Yeah. Now you sent me this picture with these two beautiful ladies. Please
Yes.
explain.
Yes. So these are two of my beloved cousins,
Okay.
T and her big sister. Now, this is at a reunion that I
Okay.
hosted in Atlanta,
Okay.
uh, downtown in 2022. And so I hired, I got a DJ, dance floor. We did it all, man. We had a party over 3 days straight. We went to the MLK Center, and this is just a byproduct of my number one hobby in genealogy. And
Yeah.
yeah, these are relatives on my paternal grandmother's side.
Okay.
And matter of fact, when I first started my genealogy journey back in 2009, I that was a gap in my research that I was quickly able to uncover. And since then, like we meet up at least once every other year at the official reunion.
Yeah.
um and we try to get together regularly in between, and yes, it was a grand old time. And matter of fact, I'm going to miss it. This year's reunion is next month, and they're going on a cruise. But yeah,
Uh,
I'm gonna be in status doing some training.
oh, okay. Okay.
So I'm gonna miss that. But
And
yeah,
then we
those are my
can't
cousins.
go any further. We can't go any further without talking about the best part of you.
That's right.
Your better half. What is she up to? She ever since we met her, she was out there with us playing flag football. She was
Yes.
like while we was playing, she was running the track or she was doing some
Yep.
kind of. We was like, dang, he got him one. She was working out. Like,
Yeah.
what is she up to? How is she?
You know, I tell her she raises us. You know, Kelsey, I tell her she raises us. And yeah, you know, that was something her and I we met on the basketball court.
Oh
You know,
wow. Okay.
yeah. And so and you know, I credit um much of Sunday's athleticism,
Okay.
particularly the hand-eye, foot-eye coordination, the advanced abilities, the balance from Kelsey. Because like you said, y'all remember she was always working out and you know working to better herself physically. And when we met, she was getting ready. She was finishing up her bachelor's degree in exercise science and getting ready to go off to PT school to
Okay.
get her physical therapy license. And so she's still in that career field.
Nice.
Yep, and now she's actually doing telehealth as a PT.
Oh. Oh,
Yep.
dang.
So she at the crib
At the
every day.
crib. Ah,
Yep.
love
Yep.
to see it. Love to see it.
Yeah.
So I
But
got two more slides I want to run by you. We got to talk about these three individuals. I see three distinguished individuals here. So we got the one on my farthest left.
mhm.
Prior to the military,
Yep.
I would imagine. I don't know if that was even PhD yet, but then I see brand new in the military.
Yep.
And
Yep.
so that's another phase. And then we have who you are right now in this
That's right.
moment. What is one thing each of these men
Mhm.
bring to the table?
Okay. So the one on the far left in the tuxedo. So that was about 6 months post earning my PhD,
Okay.
and that was at my best friend's wedding. I was his best man.
Mm-hmm.
And so what he brings to the table is, hey, by the age of 35, you've been in school 30 straight years across 5 decades. You need to take some time and enjoy,
Wow.
you know, your accomplishments, your achievements, and you know, sit back and you know, just wait for the next thing while you know continue to keep your foot on the gas.
Right.
So that's pre that's marked pre-military. Okay.
Okay.
Now in the middle we got, hey, Mark Fred, and honestly I hadn't even been to OTS. Like I had just,
Oh, okay.
yep. So I direct commission. Like
Oh,
I showed
word.
up to the unit first day and I'm in uniform, don't even know how to salute. Look, my shoestrings all hanging out. You know, I got my patches all on wrong. You know, I'm Lieutenant Air Force instead of Williams. You know, I got yeah,
Hey.
it was so that what he brings to the table is went behind the, you know, you may be experienced in your career field as a
Yeah.
civilian, but you don't know a thing about the military. You got a lot to learn, young fella. Even though you
Young
ain't too
fella.
so young.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And then Captain Williams. Captain Williams is making a name for himself by
Yeah.
just hard work and dedication.
Yeah.
Um, I've been called upon to MC and narrate distinguished flying cross ceremonies,
Oh
um,
man.
base wide, wing wide recognition ceremonies,
Wow.
um, recognize ceremony, and look on the stage shaking hands with 2-star generals.
Yeah.
That's Captain Williams, and I had to work to get to that point. I had to audition and try out and show myself approved, if you
Yeah.
will.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and so while you know I'm not done, I'm still running this race, but Captain Williams in his mess dress is a culmination of the range that he has accumulated and demonstrated for 40 years. 40 years. And
Man.
and so that's that was me, and that was also too right before uh Pete Hegseth made me chop off the beard.
Yeah. Hey,
So
I ain't even gonna. We can't. We
I
can't.
went offline,
Offline, we will chop that
Yeah,
up. But man, and then
yeah.
we got a surprise guest. We got this guy.
Oh no. Oh God.
Right.
You brought one out. Oh my gosh.
We got a
You
surprise guest.
Who getting
I'll
their
tell
taxes
you
done
wow.
today?
about this man right here. Cause
Woo.
this dude right here, you can't even say you couldn't finish basketball and a ball was magically in his hand with a jersey. I mean, every sport, man. We
He
had,
was ready.
bro, PG. We created a flag football program, just us at the church. We had jerseys.
Yep.
We had flags. Sometimes we have flags, and Muggs was getting tackled out there a little
Yep.
bit. Like
Had to go use them
Mark
socks.
spearheaded, like he rejuvenated some of our old. Like I was in the force. I had been in about 10 or 12 years by the time
Yeah.
I met him at this point.
Mhm.
And so I'm still thinking I got a little bit, but this man,
Yeah. Hey, let me tell you though, you are one of the most competitive, but you weren't a jerk though, right? Like,
right.
I'm an acquired taste. You're more. I'm red wine. You're more like orange juice.
Right.
Everybody like you, right? But you know what I'm saying. But you were still very competitive, and you had a
Yeah,
drive to win, and you were gracious either way, and I definitely appreciated that for sure.
right.
Because whether we was hooping on Saturday, chopping it up on the flag football field, the next day you still gonna be your regular good self.
Man. And
You know what I'm saying?
cause dog, and when I look back on those days, man, I miss those days because we was just regular.
Yep.
We was just
Yep.
regular dudes, man. Just
Yeah.
united with sports, and then we'll
Yep.
go eat. We'll go, talk some trash. It was
Yep.
fun, but man, shout out to you, man. Super, super, super proud and thankful to have you on the show. We got one more thing that must happen.
Okay.
It's something that we've added to the show. Let me share my screen when I can get it. It's something we've added to the show
Hmm.
on socials. I got this book, 3,000
Hmm.
Questions with your boy Jax.
Okay.
And so for the show, we're going to spin the wheel and we're
All
going
right.
to ask our guests one of these questions out of this book. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go. Here's the spin. You have question number 2020 or 2,733. And that question is, if you got nominated, if you got to nominate the next president of the United States,
Hmm.
who would get your endorsement? If you got to nominate the next president of the United States, who would get your endorsement? Now, this is anybody. There's no
Mm. Hmm.
things
Correct.
limitations on this answer. So
Okay.
who would you nominate? Who would get your endorsement?
Michelle Obama. Michelle Obama. And
PG, who would you nominate?
That's crazy.
Come on.
That's hard.
Just one.
Ah, Oh, because it might happen.
Uh-oh.
What's my boy out there in Cali? Oh, Gavin.
Newsom.
Newsom?
Yeah, Gavin Newsom. I
All
like
right.
Gavin.
Okay. Well, I gotta do mine, but I'm a little extra.
Okay.
Come on, baby.
Oh, Stephen A.
Baby. Come on, baby. Let's go. Come on.
Oh, man.
Hey, Smith, baby.
Of all people.
Can you imagine?
Man. Oh, my goodness. Talk about a debate show at the White House in the Rose Garden every day. Look, barbecues in the Rose Garden,
I would not want to hear
orange and blue skies, Knicks gears, all of that, right?
Never tune into the State of the Union.
Man, what a time.
Hey, the State of the Union would go crazy, bro.
Yeah.
The State of the Union will go crazy.
Yeah.
But no, shout out to y'all, man. Michelle Obama, what you say? Newsom. Gavin Newsom. Stephen A. Smith, man.
Yeah.
Wow. All of those are great. And out of the three, either Gavin or Michelle could definitely pull that off. I don't know about Stephen. It's a far-fetched, but guess what? We've had worse.
Right.
No comment. No comment.
Just saying.
I mean,
hey, you ain't federally mobilized anymore, so you good.
You can say
I'm the one that's got to deal with the fallout now.
Jack's not used to that. He's not used to it yet.
Yeah, we're just gonna leave that at that, right?
We're gonna leave that right now.
Yes, sir.
All right, so this part of the show is our closing. Mark, we want to give you the floor. We want you to give your best bit of motivation, what you're up to, where can they find you if you want to be found, any words of wisdom. Remember, the theme of the show is to talk to the 4 people. 1, somebody that's going to stay in to retire, somebody that's in for maybe 1 term or just going to get out, not finish, or not retire, not finish is not the bad word, or somebody who maybe potentially coming in, or somebody who's never talked to a military member before. What would you say to one or all or whatever? The floor is yours. Close us out with your words of wisdom. The floor is yours.
Don't let anybody tell you no. Put your head down and surround yourself with people smarter than you. Learn from them, steal their knowledge, but cite your sources, and invest in yourself every day. Every day. It could be for 8 hours, it could be for half an hour, but do something that is an investment in yourself to prepare yourself for an opportunity, because good fortune meets at the intersection of opportunity and preparation. So as long as you're investing in yourself in one way or another, you are more prepared for the next big opportunity so that you can pounce on it and take a leap. But invest in yourself every day. Don't let anybody tell you no, and surround yourself with people smarter than you. I would give that to 1 or all 4.
Man, thank you so much for being on the show. PG, you have any closing comments?
No, sir.
Hey, man, you brought the house down, man. Appreciate Mark. I wish you and your family the best. I'll be watching from the sideline of your career, man.
Yes.
Whenever I'm now that I know you're in the Atlanta area, whenever I'm around, I'm gonna hit you.
Okay.
There is a USA basketball coaching seminar that normally happens in the summer, but it happens at one of the high schools in Atlanta. So I definitely, when I make that trip, I will definitely hit you up. But y'all, man, thank y'all for watching the show. Please like, share, comment, and all that good stuff. If you want to be a part of the show, all you gotta do is comment below, hit me in my DM, hit PG in the DM, and we'll get you linked up. As we say on the show, and it works with life, we love you, and there's nothing you can do about it. Peace.
Peace, y'all.
Have a good one.